My name is Alexandra Cochran. I just graduated magna cum laude from Cypress Creek High School. In school, I was involved with the golf team my freshman year. I earned my letterman that year, so that was exciting to earn a letter as a freshman. And I've been involved with NHS and senior women doing community service inside and outside of the school. I was involved with cheerleading for 3.5 years, which is the maximum amount of years, and that was a great experience to get involved with the school spirit. It was one of the highlights of my high school career, but the most important thing to me by far has been SPARKS, which stands for Special People Assisting Remarkable Kids. We work with life skills kids, which are special needs students, and it's really so special because I was able to serve as president this past year. I was historian the year before, but it's taught me so many lessons being on the president side of things, whereas it became more of a job than just a fun thing. So I had to deal with complaining parents, with scheduling all of the events, the liability issues. But the most important lesson that I think I learned was that when you're in a leadership position, you have to be completely willing and able and ready to take responsibility for the good things and the bad things. And other than just being such an important part of my life with the special needs students and everything, they've had such an effect on me. Sparks has taught me the most important lessons I've learned throughout my high school career. So I think that pretty much makes me who I am today.
Let's talk about looking for a college. When did that process start for you and your family, and walk us through that?
Well, my sophomore year, I have a friend who I've known since I moved here. I was 4. So his name is JD, and JD was going to junior day. He's a year older than I was. And he was like, I'm going to Oklahoma. I'm excited. And I told him, why would you go to Oklahoma? What's in Oklahoma? And so he goes to junior day. He comes back, tells me it was so great. He loves the campus. He really wants to go there. And he's like, if you go to junior day next year, I guarantee you'll end up going to OU. So sure enough, I go to junior day the next year, at which point I'm still thinking I'll go to UT. And I go to junior day, and it just kind of envelops you with this caring atmosphere. And OU has that homey aspect that UT didn't have. UT scared me, honestly. The movement of UT and all of the things that are going on. I saw the Grim Reaper looking at me through my window. It was a horrible experience. The university was not what I was looking for, and it was as if the universe was telling me, this is not your place. So then I really realized that OU, being the opposite of what UT was the right place for me. And I've been back a few times, I think 3 more times, and I just fall in love with the campus every other time. And OU ended up being the only school I applied to because I was so sure that that was where I belonged.
So did you have any problems with any of your UT family or friends in making the Oklahoma choice?
My family actually all lives in Michigan, and my family went to school up there. My dad just kind of had a rivalry with a friend who was an A&M fan. So he just kind of tagged on to the Yay UT, and it was never really a alumni thing or we really want you to go to UT because that's where we went. But the only thing about OU that my mom didn't really like was the location because of the tornado weather, which is her biggest fear. It's really understandable, but she loves the campus and the community aspect so much of it, and especially the fact that it's way smaller than UT or A&M or a lot of schools. I think it's the right choice for me, and my parents agree, so they're Sooners now.
What will you be studying at OU?
I was originally going to study speech pathology to try to continue with my special needs work, but recently I had back surgery, which I had messed up my back all the way from ice skating and dance growing up, and this doctor that I had was completely different than any other doctors that I had, whereas he was so welcoming. I knew that he really cared and wanted me to feel better. And after my surgery, I just felt so much better. I feel completely better. And to be able to be that kind of person for someone else in someone else's life as I look up to him has really had an impact on me. And I don't want to do surgeries, so I'm thinking I'll take the physical therapy route And I think that's a good job for me because it's such a personal thing to me. I really know what it feels like to have that doctor who really helped you out.
What do you think will be the greatest challenges for you going off to college?
Definitely leaving my family because I'm an only child. It's just going to be completely different not to have that safety net of mom and dad. And the next thing is definitely going to be studying. I'm going to have to buckle down and study like I've never studied before.
So the academic side of things maybe has come easily to you in high school?
Right. I mean, I did have to study for tests I knew would be hard, but like government comes easy to me because I really love watching the news and watching current events, being up to date on what's happening in the world. So things like that were easy for me, whereas I know now if I have to take a government class, that's going to be a lot harder. So I'm going to have to put in some hours, and that's going to be different, but I know if I set my mind to it, anything is easy. Anything is possible, not necessarily easy, but hard work makes it easier.
Obviously, there's two sides to the whole college experience. Mm-hmm. One is what takes place in the classroom
right.
and with the textbooks. And then there's all the extracurricular things. What do you imagine you may get interested in and involved with at OU?
I'm planning on going through sorority recruitment, again, because I'm an only child. Having a group of sisters is just the most exciting thing ever to me because that's something I've not been able to be even close to experiencing. But I'm really interested in studying abroad, not necessarily for a whole year or a semester, but they have the journeys, which are just a couple weeks over the summer. And I think that would be a great opportunity for me, especially since OU is so savvy on studying abroad. It's a big thing for them.
So you're a Houston Sooner now.
Right.
The OU Club of Houston welcomes you into that fold. Tell us what it would mean to receive the OU Club of Houston scholarship.
Obviously, getting money is never a bad thing, and college is expensive for everyone. But being the person selected for the scholarship would not only be an honor, but it would be a big responsibility too, and I feel that I could be a good representation of everything that a Houston Sooner is and should be, and I think that I would be a good choice because I've dedicated myself not only to being involved with the campus, but studying and trying to be a good student, and I will try even harder to be a good Sooner when I'm there because I know that all my hard work will eventually pay off.